postcard perfection, Karl Lagerfeld took the creative helm of Chloé not only from 1963 to 1983 but also from 1992 to 1997. Current creative director Natacha Ramsay-Levi nodded to Lagerfeld's esteemed heritage, placing a pack of postcards on guest seats at the brand's 8W 2019 show, depicting poignant images of, and quotes attributed to the design behemoth during his tenure at the French house. This included a black and white Frank Horvant-lensed photograph of Lagerfeld and model Carol Labrie, in the Chloé studio in 1970, with the duo both clad in silk floral shirts, and an accompanying Lagerfeld quote from Vogue Paris in 1982, "I love fashion for fashion. I love to change, to diversify, to create lots of looks, lots of styles, not to be myself, be open." Well, picture this, there was a scribble-like sensibility behind the selection of menswear invitations. At OAMC, a cartoonish human form was doodled on the brand's fold-out poster design, while at Behemoth, a woodland landscape was scribbled, complete with a smiling brown bear, pine trees and a passing cloud. Blue belt tip pen pinpointed the date and location of the Sunday show, a magic marker moment. Selfie reflection, on one of the white walls of Loewe's show space at the Maison de l'UNESCO in Paris, miniature oval-shaped portraits were hung. These dated from the 16th or 17th century and featured paintings of English, Flemish, French, Italian and Spanish provenance, including a 1650s portrait believed to be King Charles I, attributed to David de Granges, and a portrait of Mary Queen of Scots, inscribed Maria Regina Scotorum, attributed to Bernard Lance II. Creative director Jonathan Anderson was fascinated by minute details for Autumn, and the tiny paintings that inspired his microscopic lens also featured on the brand's show pack, which offered further insight into each painting's provenance. Base layer, for Louis Vuitton's AW 2019 catwalk show, artistic director Virgil Abloh erected a New York street-inspired catwalk with rows of grocery and barber shops, illuminated lampposts, fire hydrants and swirling rubbish. Abloh also emphasized his soft spot for Italian cooking, leaving leaflets on the seats of guests, publicizing an imaginary Louis Vuitton pizza restaurant. For his debut show last season, Abloh left a document envelope printed with maps of the locations his globally diverse models were born, plus an accompanying alphabetized list of the ready-to-wear elements of his collection. He repeated this for 8W 2019, with another pamphlet of information, eagerly analyzed by intrigued editors. Together, in Paris, women's wear brands brought a new concept to the term hanging out, with a range of invitations that doubled up as handy hanging objects. For the debut show of his brand Rock Wong was inspired by spooky narratives, and looked to 1980s and 1990s films by Spielberg and Gus Van Sant. His Teenage Nightmare invitation came complete with a carabiner dangling with a tiny torch keyring. Models also carried torches as accessories during the show. For her AW 2019 show, Marine Sarah was inspired by the idea of dwellers living underground post-apocalypse, creating clothing and accessories from found objects. Her invitation was imagined as a long chain necklace jangling with a mollusk shell and a small flashing light.